inherent and unalienable rights of the people as mandated by these constitutions.
Okay. All right, Mr. Page.
I have more.
I know you can submit it in writing. I've heard it all before, sir. If you want to be a sovereign citizen today, that's fine with me. All right, but we're going to get through this court proceeding, and I want you to know you're going to behave at trial. All right, Mr. Page, this is 242804, the City of Taylor versus Zachary Page.
And good afternoon, Your Honor. For the record, Matthew Zick for the people.
Okay, and I have a note on here. The people are requesting the case be set for a jury trial, and the defendant wants to fire the MIDC attorney. Is that accurate? Mr. Page, are you asking to represent yourself?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm representing myself.
Okay. Okay, you have a right to represent yourself, but I want to make sure you understand this, Mr. Page. You have a right to do that, okay? But you understand that attorneys go to law school and they study the rules of evidence. And if a person who is not a lawyer wants to proceed in a case, they're held to the same standard. You have to play within the same rules as a lawyer when you represent yourself. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Page, I want you to see this. This is the Michigan court rules. This book is the rules that govern how we do trials, how evidence is admitted, how questions are asked, how trials proceed. And I'm going to assume you've not studied that book. Do you understand that if you go to trial and you represent yourself, that you will be held to the same standard and will be required to comply with those rules?
I understand.
Okay, is there anything else you want to put on record?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
I, Zachary Page, lowercase AHARY PAGE, a living man and one of the people of the Constitutional Republic of Michigan, appearing today sui juris. I am here under special appearance and under duress to address this matter. I am the beneficiary of the trust established by the U.S. Constitution and the Michigan Constitution, which operate as trust agreements. Under these trust agreements, public officials act as trustees and are bound by their oaths of office to serve the people, the beneficiaries. Their primary duty is to uphold and protect the inherent and unalienable rights of the people as mandated by these constitutions.
Okay, all right, Mr. Page.
I have more.
I know you can submit it in writing. I've heard it all before, sir. If you want to be a sovereign citizen today, that's fine with me. All right, but we're going to get through this court proceeding, and I want you to know you're going to behave at trial. You are bound by the laws of the state of Michigan, and that's how we'll be proceeding. So, sir, as to arraignment, how do you plead? You can plead guilty, you can plead not guilty, or you can stand mute.
Could you repeat the last part, please?
You could stand mute. That means you don't say anything and I enter a not guilty plea for you. So a guilty, not guilty, or stand mute.
I'm pleading not guilty to this.
Okay, I'll enter a not guilty plea on your behalf. Sorry, I have to go over a few things with you to make sure you understand them, okay? You're charged with interference with police authority. There is an allegation that on November 4th of 2024, while traveling southbound Telegraph near Brest Street in the city of Taylor, that you engaged in behavior that obstructed or interfered with police authority. That is the allegation against you. This is a misdemeanor. It is punishable maximum by up to 90 days in jail and a fine of up to $500. Sir, you have the right under the Constitution to have a trial by a jury and to have the assistance of an attorney. And you have a right to an attorney appointed at public expense if you are indigent, meaning you don't have the money to pay for an attorney. And if the offense requires a minimum jail sentence, there is no minimum jail sentence on this case, or the court determines it might sentence you to jail. It's my understanding that you have waived your right to a court-appointed attorney. You've already put that on record and you intend on representing yourself. You also have a right to a trial. And at that trial, you have the following rights: to call witnesses to speak for you at trial, and you can get an order signed by the court to require witnesses to come to court. You have a right to see, hear, and question all witnesses against you at trial, to be a witness for yourself or to remain silent. And if you chose not to be a witness on your own behalf, the prosecuting official may not comment on your refusal to testify. You also have a right to be presumed innocent unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Those are your rights under the United States and Michigan Constitution. Do you understand what I just read to you, sir?
Yeah.
I'm not asking if you agree, I'm asking if you understand. And is that a yes?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay, thank you, sir. All right, so I'm going to set a bond, and these are your bond conditions. You have $1,000 personal bond. You don't have to post any money. You're to appear in court as directed. You're not to leave the state without permission of the court. You're not to commit any new crimes while released. You're to immediately notify the court of change of address or phone number, and you cannot operate a motor vehicle without a valid license. Those are the conditions of your bond. And Mr. Page, we will set this for a jury trial at your request. There will also be one other court hearing before that jury trial, so you know it will also be set for a final settlement conference. Okay?
Okay.
All right, and we'll send you out notice of those court dates, sir. Have a nice holiday. You're all set.